Witajcie wszyscy. We are back. I'm back with a AST. I just actually cleared an AST off this table. It was a Pentium 120, a nice Advantage 812E. Seems like it got a bunch of upgrades from the time that I got it. I gave it some more. That one wasn't super interesting, but I think this one is. So let me bring it over here. First, this is the case. I haven't cleaned it yet. It is a bog standard SX33. I wouldn't call it bottom basement, but it's a pretty basic machine. It has an SX33 CPU. I think it came with 4 megs of RAM, some kind of 120 meg hard drive. What else did it have in there? That's it. No sound card, no CD-ROM. So we're going to do some of that today. The case is dirty. I'll wash it later. Let's look at the component list first. This is the tiny all integrated motherboard. So as you can see, it has a 46SX chip built in. Can't take that out of there. I mean, I guess you can try to heat gun it off. I don't want to damage it. Cirrus Logic GD5424 with looks like 1 meg of RAM. Not too bad. Integrated video there. 2 COM ports, mouse and keyboard parallel, nothing else. There's a riser card that goes in here that's empty. Underneath this green heatsink is a DX266. To prepare, I've soldered in a button cell battery that you can actually remove. The other one you could, but it was one of those weird standoff ones. It was no problem for me to solder that in. Gave it a dusting. It has integrated I/O. It's an AT. To switch 2 jumpers around here to make sure that this works. That's not silk-screened. I had to look that up on Stason. So that's the motherboard. I hope it still works. Here is a CD-ROM that I'm going to be mounting into it. It's a little bit of a late upgrade. The TX CD524E. No idea what speed it is. 1997. It's probably something like an 8 or a 12 speed. This is the riser card with that's my postcard indicator. So that slots into there, and it gives you an option for 3 more ISA cards. The hard drive that was in it was a 270. I think I have it here. Where is it? There it is. It's also fairly dusty. Very nice Western Digital Caviar 270 meg drive, which is not too bad for in size for a machine of this class. Usually they came with like 120, 150. So I'm putting in a 630 meg. This is chock full of games. There's Command Com and DOS games on it. That's all that's on there. Later on, I'll put Windows and DOS properly and all that other stuff. Actually, no. I lied. I actually did a ghost transfer, so the original AST software is still on here. So that's good. There's a really rickety, I don't even know what the hell happened here. You see stuff is coming out of it. Okay. That's the floppy drive. It doesn't work, so I have another one. Righty, it's right here, right? Just the regular, yeah, see, I put like Command Com on it. Actually, I don't remember what I did. Okay, well, we'll see, I suppose. First thing, the case is down there somewhere, but the first thing I want to do is, well, that's how this comes apart. Okay, this is ridiculous, and you'll see why when I'm not having a screwdriver. Okay, I'm prepared. Since I'm already over here, there's the rest of the case. Power supply also needed to be replaced. So yeah, pretty much everything on the system was touched, and now I gotta somehow put it all back together. And yeah, welcome along the journey of I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. All right. Anyways. Grab a beer and sit down. I don't know, stand. It's all right. So that seems to come off pretty easily. So we'll take this floppy drive out. We'll put it in the let's test it pile. I haven't tested it thoroughly. I just know I couldn't boot off of it, and it was yellow, and the front faceplate fell off. So I don't like throwing these out just yet. I mean, I currently have a stack of them, but you know, it's always better to fix these, I think, if you can. Now I'm trying to find my screwdriver instead of finding a bunch of garbage and other tools. Screwdriver that works. No. Okay. I shall have to suffer with these BS screwdrivers. I think I'm gonna have to go get a screwdriver. All right, be right back. Okay, got one. Luckily, my garage isn't too far. Or shall I say, my workshop now. It's looking more and more like a workshop. Maybe one day I'll feed from there, although it's not cold yet, but I see why I couldn't just set up this webcam over there. I mean, this is minimal effort. It's like no effort November, but like all the time. Okay, that's out. I'm just going to slip this one in its place. These are all standard mounting holes. Early hard drives and floppies kind of did their own thing. So I remember like the Seagate drives, the full height 3 1/4 40 meg drives, those awful things, the stepper motor bandits. They had, what did they have? What did they not have? They did not have standards, so they were kind of just like holes anywhere. Sometimes I still see old 286s. I want to put a better hard drive and take the MFM one out. I can't put an IDE in because none of the holes line up. So I gotta get the drill out, get the digital caliper, just measure and pray that it works properly. So yeah, that's a nicely yellow drive. That's very good. I did test it, so I know it works. I don't understand this. What is this called? Scaffolding they've done here. This goes into that. This part goes into that. That connects to the riser. It's just, I don't even know. It's unpleasant is what it is. Put that aside. Okay. I think the CD-ROM slides in the top here. Okay, it is a rail-less system, which is nice. I'm only going to put one screw in for now, because I don't know. Well, it seems pretty flush, yeah, okay. Actually, I'm going to put no screws in for now, because I remember struggling to get all this crap off of here. And now I have to remember. So that's the rail. That goes on top of that. So the hard drive goes here. So we'll mount the hard drive. Put 3 out of the 4 screws in. I don't see a point in putting all of them in. In fact, this is so well secured, I think I'm only going to put 2 in. The floppy, I put them all in because you actually interact with that. Push it, pull it, get disks in and out. But the hard drive, 2 is fine. So then, look at them. Sure, this is so mangled now. Yeah, maybe that'll work. All right, I'll put 1 more in. Okay. Yeah, it's a little bit bent because I kind of struggled with it. I didn't rip it out like a savage, but there was a bit of struggle. So let me get the case. It's a bit dusty, so I'm going to blast it. Pretty much just move the dust all over my workbench there. Very nice, highly recommended. This power supply is a bit loose. I think it's only because it's held in by 2 screws. Now I will put 4 in here. Actually, it looks like there's more than 4. There's some down here as well. Oh no, those are them. Wait, what? Well, I'm just going to put them all. This case is, I wouldn't say flimsy, but it needs all the help it can get. So this is a replacement power supply. The original one just didn't work. I got it in the pile over there somewhere. I tend not to throw these things out because I just went through my pile of broken CD-ROMs, or what I thought were broken CD-ROMs. I was able to save 3 of them. 2 rebands and 1, well, I need a little tiny gear for one of them. So other than that, it works fine. So I will tend to rebuild these when I can. Even though I know where to get piles of them, still I don't like to waste vintage material. Especially since 10 years from now I'll be kicking myself in the ass for doing it. Whereas now I can just keep, a box full of CD-ROMs in the corner. It's also good, you never know when a motor blows, a belt dies. I have a box full of belts too, but yeah, you never know. Why waste it if you can keep it? Alright, since I'm back here, this is an AST Advantage 486 SX33. Model cell 273. And at the bottom it will tell me exactly what the configuration was originally. It is a SX33 270 meg hard drive, which I took out, which worked, which had stuff on it, great. 4 megs of RAM. Okay, so it had 4 megs of RAM. I guess in like 1992 or so, that was like the bare minimum. I'll slip this motherboard back in here now. Yeah, that just goes right in there. So it's got nice access to the button cell battery. I can't believe how integrated this motherboard is. It's just the CPU and then this giant controller chip. Then the DAC and the video controller chip is over there. And then we got the 2 8 meg 8 meg. What am I talking about here? Chips. So for a total of 16. I'm going to screw this down and then I'm going to turn it on and make sure everything works before I put it all together. Because it did handle the motherboard. It would suck if this broke because this is pretty much a proprietary case. And if this is broken now, then all my effort went to nothing. Because, yeah, I don't think I'm going to find a proprietary. I might, but I'd rather not. I'd rather not. Yeah, I'd rather just not. All right, what do we need for this? We need video. I need to plug that in. Okay. I'm just going to do a simple video and power, and that should be enough. Let's make sure the power's off. It was on, okay. And black to black. Maybe we'll plug in a hard drive for good measure. Just scrap this one here, that's fine. I don't know if these power supplies need load or what. I'll give it one anyways. Okay. Leave that aside. These are in. Nothing's touching the glass. That's not screwed down. That's not screwed down at all. Okay. Not touching anything. Not touching anything. Okay, let's do it. hard drive's turning on. Oh, there we go. Okay. The hard drive has lost its information. Keyboard error. Yeah. That's fine. Nothing's working, and that's okay because nothing's actually configured yet because I obviously replaced the battery. So that's good news. That is good news. Let's put this riser card back in. A couple of smoothing caps on here. They all look good. Okay. That goes in. Now this is the pain that I was talking about. I think you're supposed to put this piece in first. Somehow, like this. I don't know, like this. There's these guide clips on the bottom. I think it's supposed to go in this way first. That unscrews from the rest of the assembly, I think. Oh, maybe that's why I was having problems. Yeah, okay. So there's this one screw here. It connects the upper portion of this cross brace. That's a very dumb spot. So yeah, so that's why I was messing with it. Okay. Or I was having problems with it, I mean. Okay, so that. Let's see how much easier that makes my life. Much easier. Okay. Then I think this goes in. The original AT power cord was also thinner and shorter. I can only. Oh yeah, this snaps right into place. Maybe this isn't so dumb if you know what you're doing. I mean, I'll take this over rails any day, and also I like how the motherboard is exposed completely anyways, like there's no, it's not underneath this crap, or, so it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. Okay, so yeah, I did bend that a little bit. Bend that back. Okay. I guess I can knock one of these out. Put the CD-ROM in there. Oh yeah. What am I supposed to do with this? Just pull it out? Okay, so it latches there, and then there's a screw here and a screw there. Okay, so that's not so bad. Is there anything else here? I don't recall having to take anything out from the bottom. This seems a bit. Oh, okay, right there. Yeah. Okay. So, what screws am I using for that? This one? These machine screws, or are they just? I can just put one of these in maybe. See what that does. Yeah, seems to take it. All right, I'll give it that because I got a lot of these. Okay, so that solves that problem. Now we're going to have to do the same thing with this. Over. What? Oh. Does this go under the power switch? I might have to slip this under the power switch because I don't see another hole in the case. So I have to take out the power switch. Maybe not all the way out, but at least one screw out. I mean, yeah, that's probably it. I mean, you reuse a bolt, sure, but come on, really, AST? I wonder what happened to these guys. Why'd they go out of business? Oh, yeah, so that wasn't necessary. That just kind of sits there and does nothing. So, yeah, I don't remember them being, like, phenomenal computers, but I don't remember them being crap. Say what you want about the Pentium I just worked on. That's a pretty robust case. I mean, I think this is their entry-level line here. It's the, as you can tell by the depopulated motherboard and no options. There's also this weird riser card thing. It goes in here. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so there's if I screw that in, what else am I missing? Anything else? these stack on top of each other just like loosely, or I don't see any screw holes down here, just the one. Oh, okay, there are two. There are two. Okay. So I will bring that up to an awesome 720 potato lead in 2020, in late 2023. Should be ashamed of myself, but I'm not, because this is all unscripted. Oops. I was wondering why I stopped making scripted videos. Children! Also masters. Also several project cars. Also, family and stuff. So I'll probably get back to nicely scripted videos at some point. I have a lot of unedited footage about a whole bunch of cool stuff that most of it's already gone, but I have, like I said, the footage, so no issues there. I can edit it later. Good thing about vintage stuff is, it doesn't really matter when you make a video about it. It's still going to be the same age. Well, it'll be older, but, it won't change. Okay, that is in nicely. Okay, so that is a bit more sturdy. So, let's try the CD-ROM. Okay, before I do that, I wonder if I have a single floppy cable. I don't like using duals if I don't have to. I probably have something in this giant box. Also, I need a dual IDE cable. I think this one will work. We're going to set this one for slave. It is set to slave. I don't know if the hard drive is set to master. Assuming it is. Oh, that should have checked that first. Ha! Well, at least now I know how to take it apart. Okay, IDE. Actually, I think we can just do this. Yeah, we can do this. IDE in. No, we cannot, because it has one of these stupid keys. Ugh. Yeah, they all have it. Okay. Quick way to fix that. Scissors. Find the intrusive pin and just do that. Make a hole in it. Make a hole in all three. Probably don't need to make them in all three, but it's just a plastic blank. It covers up. It's for keying purposes, so you don't put it in upside down, but I've never heard of anybody doing any damage by plugging in an IDE cable upside down. It just won't work. Hard drive won't even spin up. Okay, so let's see if that was worthy of my doing. All right, now we can all nicely put this in here. I can see because my hair is in the way. All right, bam. Now let's see if I can find a single floppy cable. Single floppy being just the one extension on it. It's got two. And it's long. I like to keep these ones. This might take a minute. We'll grab another beer. The only viewer I have. Well, actually, none. None of you are watching. Okay. Well, if you're watching this, you can probably just skip forward in the future to about 2 or 3 minutes from now. You know what? I'm boring you guys. I'm just gonna not do this right now. I could do that off camera. So what I'll do now is just use this one, and if I'm complacent, then I will just leave this in here. This is a support for 2 floppies. I could potentially put a 5 1/4 in here if there's room for it. I might. For now, I will not. So here we go. The one with the twist is the one that you want to put into the floppy drive. For the A drive is what I'm trying to say here. The one after the twist is the B drive. Okay, let's just give it some power. 1. Oops. I can't manage that later. I'll just do it now. Power for the floppy. Power for the CD-ROM. I'll eventually put a sound card. It's in here somewhere. Yeah, where is it? This one here. ESS audio drive. Nice little ES688F. I haven't used one of these in a long time, actually. Usually there's 1688s that I have. This is a slightly older one. Okay, so a little bit of cable management. We'll shove these power cables under the drive here into that bay. All right, good. And let's get dangerous. And the jumpers for this drive, if I need to slave it, or if I need a master with slave on it, I have to put it under the drive right there. They're not here. No, they're there. Fantastic. All right, we'll just shove all that in there for now. And let's see how it acts with all the stuff plugged in. So video, I have not done an NSSI diagnostics on this. I don't know what awaits me here. What I do need is a keyboard. Oh. And I have this lovely AST keyboard. I also have an AST CRT monitor for this machine. The keyboard I think is slightly newer than the setup, and the VGA monitor is slightly older. It speaks a little bit of a different design language. It's more of like the 286, 386 era of ASTs with the dark gray, dark beige, I guess. This one is not that. This is when they went to just cream-colored, regular beige, I guess. Like they Toyota Camry'd the fuck out of this system in 1993, I suppose, and they kept it that way. And then I don't really know how long AST were making systems for, but I don't ever recall seeing like a Pentium 2 or 3 AST during my time as a tech in the 90s. So, not sure. Not sure how long they made PCs for, but I don't think for too much longer than this. Okay, I think we should just YOLO this and turn it on. Okay. Let's get the DX2 out of here. Okay, it's going to have exactly nothing stored into the BIOS, so we're going to go into the BIOS immediately. Set the time and date. What is today? Oh, why can't I? Enter to accept input. Can I just start typing? Okay. Month. The 9th. And what's today? Can't see my calendar. 26th. The year is 2023. The time is 21 o'clock. 2100. I don't know, 57, that's what my wall clock says. We'll call that good. Floppy and boot. Auto integrated. Keyboard error report is error. Numlock on at boot. Boot device, try floppy first. Does this have... I might need to change that. I'm going to leave it as try hard drive first because this has a overlay on it. Dynamic drive overlay. So if you boot off a floppy before the overlay can get a chance to load, you won't be able to see the hard drive. And that OSD will give you an option to, okay, so I want auto. I think I had problems with this, but I'm not really sure. Anyways, the OSD will give you a option to load from a floppy there. Okay, so we got 1 meg, and we have 640 by 480, 60 hertz, 800 by 656 hertz, 1024 by 768, 87 hertz, but interlaced, so kind of an eye strain there. 16 megs of RAM, ports, parallel port auto, serial ports auto, we have 2 of them. I'm not really concerned about that. Security system information, BIOS version 1.02, keyboard controller 2, processor 4666, system serial tag. I gotta get Matt Rose to read that if you can. It looks just like a bunch of, there's an Omega there, it looks like Commodore threw up all over the screen. Alright, let's see. See if this it should work. It worked when I took it all apart, before I took it all apart, but I've been having some problems with the hard drive. It was the cable initially. Lord knows what it could be now. CD-ROM does open and close. And we are Off to the races. Okay, good, but we don't have that dynamic drive overlay. Interesting. Okay, I got to get into that and shut all that off. Curious, if I F-disk this now, what will it say? Oh, bad missing command interpreter. Bad command missing. Okay, it's probably got a different version of DOS on it. Yeah, the swap file's corrupt. That's fine. You want to delete the swap file? Yes. I wonder what version of DOS this had on it initially. Okay, the mouse works. Windows 3.1 E session. I'm not making any diskettes. VGA utilities. Can we? Yeah, let's set rest this. Let's the 800 by 600, 256 colors. Maybe even 1024 by 768. I'll leave it at this for now. Alright, let's see what we can do. That's fine. I'm not worried about that. We'll have to. The swap. It's complaining about the swap file being corrupt. 800 by 600. Alright. So that's good. Now, we should do something about the DOS version being different. AST works. Yeah, look at all that. MathCAD, loan calculator, graphics manager. I saved all this stuff. I didn't make an image of it. There's another hard drive with it on there, and it's also on my server. Games. What kind of games do we have? Stock games. This mouse is really nice, actually. Microsoft tools. Antivirus. I have a better antivirus on here. Let's see what date the antivirus is from. 1993. Okay, it's just the regular one. Okay. Crap. I have FPROD on here with 2006 signatures, which is more than enough. Let's take care of the swap file real fast. Is it Windows setup? No, I think it's Control Panel. So, do we have any drivers? We don't, because there's no sound. Although, maybe there was? No, there's no. Oh, okay. Sound mapper, MIDI mapper. I'm going to have to add Sound Blaster support into that later on. Let's do this. Virtual memory. This has 16 megs of RAM. So, 64K available on the drive. Okay, yeah, because I packed it. So no, we don't need virtual memory. Yes, I want to make the settings changed. Okay, good. Because honestly, 16 megs of RAM on Windows 3.1, you don't make more than that. Now then, let us see why it's complaining about the incorrect DOS version. CD DOS. Okay. So, all right, we probably can quickly fix this, just for peace of mind. Then I'm going to test the CD-ROM. So let's bring the camera back over here. So that's in half an hour. That's not too bad. I managed to reassemble a computer. Okay. Let us bust out the original drive. Should be very quick. All we need is a floppy diskette. And since it's set to auto, I don't think I have to do any magic here. I just unplug the IDE and let the BIOS pick it up. And then let it boot. And then sys-A at disk. Then put the hard drive back in. Sys-C this hard drive, the 640 meg or whatever, 630, whatever it is, 620. And off to the races we go. And back to that. And I think I have one or two more diskettes. Yes, I'm going to use this diskette because I can. It's part of a set of... Alright, starting with MS-DOS. You know what? Stop starting with MS-DOS. I don't want to go into Windows again. Okay, stop. Stop it! Yes, okay. What version are you? 6.21! Oh, whatevs. Alright. Format A/unconditional/system. Do. Okay. This might take a bit. Format write protect terminated. Yeah, okay, because I've used this diskette like that for probably the better part of a decade. Maybe even more than that. Probably like 20 years now. But the one set was corrupted, so I decided, you know what, I have so many extra copies of Windows 3.1, I'll just repurpose these disks. And I always scan them, for viruses, and I haven't had time to do that recently, so I'm sacrificing these disks. I don't care. I got a million billion diskettes, and I think the failure rate is like 3% or something. So I think we can put this back here. It's another DX2 chip I have. Save this one from getting recycled. All these pins were just, I can't see it. Yeah, see, they're pretty straight now, but they were just mashed. Somebody stomped on this. There's a couple that are still kind of not super great. The better of the two is in the computer now, so I don't even know if this works. So maybe I'll put it here next to my BIOS chip and random crap. And you know what? While it's formatting, let's see if I can find that floppy cable. Not short on a floppy cable. There's only 3 headers on it. That's not good. Okay, well, there's no time. Format complete. Oh, crap. I should have taken pictures of this when I was putting it together. Yeah, I guess I could just... This video will do. That's okay. All right. Format complete. No, I don't want to label it. I do not want to format another. I will now turn off the computer with disdain. Alright. And I'm plugging the original hard drive back. Well, no, sorry, not the original. The replacement hard drive back in. Because I had just loaded 6.22 just to get it booting. Now, I wonder if I boot off this diskette. This is my new boot disk. I'm going to boot off of it and see what the overlay says about the drive. And usually, when you install the overlay, it tells you that you get a chance to boot off. No, it gives you an option like you want to boot from the floppy drive, then do it now. So we're going to change that back to try floppy first, and I'm just curious what happens, because I wonder if it will retain the track 0 information or not. And then while that's happening, I'm going to prepare my diskette for CD-ROM. CD-ROM. And I think we have a mouse driver on here. Windows 98 boot, Windows 98 Ghost Personal Edition, DOS 6.22. That must be in the other pile. Okay, let's try this one. Okay. So, sysc. I can't sys the drive. What do I need to... Why? Why can't I sys the drive? Am I missing the sys command? Or maybe if I do this. Is there... I thought sys was integrated into command. Here, start. Sys is... I wonder if it'll let me. Will it let me? Ah, it will. Okay, so sys A to C. Will that work? Sometimes it's like super picky about, incorrect DOS version, and then I'd have to, undo all that shit again. Where's my CD-ROM driver? System transferred. Okay, good. Now, hang on. I can't F this because... But I booted from the floppy, so 0 bytes. There's nothing left on this stuff. Actually, I think I'm going to delete some stuff because just in case that didn't transfer the system properly. I'm just going to delete a game. There's a million of them on here. What are we going to delete? Do I have Ulti-Doom on here, or I just got up to Doom? Settlers, no. Blues Brothers, Burn Time, Sim Farm. I don't know. What's TFT? How big is it? Oh, this is Mario Teaches Typing. No, I'll keep that. Is it? Hang on. If it isn't, then I'll blow it away. I think this is the one that needs to go on my Commodore. I bought myself a PC 40-3, which teaches you. Well, no, sorry, it doesn't teach you anything. Which does which taught me how to type in middle school. And it was already an ancient machine, so I'm not that old. And it appears this program, it does not work. So let's see if it will boot with 0K free on the drive. The hard disk adapter cannot be accessed. But something got jostled loose when I moved all this stuff around. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, starting DOS. Now, which version of DOS is it starting? Because if it's already in 6.21, I don't care really for it to work or not. I mean, I care it works, but... Okay, stop. Yes, version 6.21. Okay, I don't have to do anything. 0 bytes free. I'm still going to delete that game. Deltree TFT. I'm pretty sure it's just that. Something featuring typing. I don't know. I got 3.3 megs free now. Okay, a little bit of breathing room. Do I have any of my diagnostics tools on here? And I'm curious to see what I'm up against. It's all just packed with stuff. No, okay, well. First thing I want to do is see if I can get the CD-ROM working. So, A. And we're going to do setup D. This should just work. If it doesn't, I'm going to just skip over to the NSSI, do some diags, and call it a night. Begin installation. Yes. Okay. Oh, and I do have to modify the auto exec. Oh, didn't ask for where the... Okay. Since we're here, let us see. Maybe I'll label this disk as DOS 6.21 boot disk. And that'll be my 6.21 boot disk. If I ever need it. Probably end up reformatting this disk because I got 6.2 here, 6.21. I got 6.22. Well, that's the Mitsumi driver, but yeah. Okay, let's see if the CD-ROM takes. Oh, that's what I forgot to do. Okay, I'll do that in a minute. I want to test them off because that just takes too long. What do we got? Drive D! It found it! Your computer has changed slightly. Oh yeah, AST does this. If you change your auto exec and stuff around, it will complain. That's a fast loading 3.1. Well, it's a DX266, so that's to be expected. Can I not find any of my NSSI diskettes? We were just kicking around here a minute ago. Alt F4. Alt F4. Okay. Edit auto exec. What don't I want? I want to load high that. Can I load high this? Load high. Okay, DOS share, yeah, sure, whatever. Mouse. I wonder how much space that mouse driver takes up. I have a more efficient one. Smart drive, do I really want that? DOS key, do I really want all that crap on here? Do I have enough? Let's check it. Let's see what our memory situation looks like. 583, that's not too bad. MSCDX takes up a lot. Oh, we got a MM386 on here, that's why. Okay. So what's an upper? All of that's an upper. DOS itself. MTM, the CD-ROM driver, is only 11K. That's why I put that one on there. MSCDX takes up a lot. I have a solution for that. Which, what the hell? Let's do it now. There is a SCSHUDX thing that is it takes up way less than 35K of RAM. So I guess we're going to do some optimization. First, MD. What am I making a directory of? Informer. Copy A : star C : informer. I'm not even going to try to sing that song because Lord knows what a man's saying to it. Something about looking boom booms down. I don't know. I'm sure it's not that. Although whatever. I was a kid when I heard it. I was like, "That's what they're talking about." Right. So let's do that. Inform me what you're doing. And in the meantime, I found this game in the Incredibles. I found that in the Pentium AST. So what do we have here? We have no information about nothing except that it's a 67 meg. God damn, that CD-ROM opens quick. And it only has, okay, so the hard drive type, 601 megs. That tells you what kind of CD-ROM is in there. Cirrus Logic video card, 1 meg. We already know all this stuff. Can you inform me about, I don't know, video info? No, I guess it tells you all the graphics modes. It was kind of not as interesting as I thought. Not an SSI, but it works. Okay, now let's see. D. Can we see something when it's on the drive? Yes, we can! Alright. Wicked. We are in CD-ROM City with this computer. And just for curiosity's sake, I put this IBM, what is it? IntelliStation, I don't know, I found that. I always find these things in CD-ROMs. Put the Incredibles back there in case my kid wants to play it or something. So we're loaded up with games, and yes, memory management. Let's see if we can make it disappear. Not disappear, but let's say if we can bring that MSCDX driver down to reality. What do we have? I think it's in bin, this one. Yes, I need to copy out Alt, and it has an auto exec. Okay, so let's make it C, MD. Let's put MTN. Let's put it all. Oh, I know. Okay, so let's see what's in MTN. Good. We're going to put it in that same directory. Nice. Okay, so copy A : star. Oh, no. It's A : bin. Star to C : MTN. A few files in there. All right. Type auto exec. Okay. Okay, that's something else. That is from a SCSI 1-speed CD-ROM that I had way back in the day. So I don't actually know how to invoke this. Doc? Anything? SHSUCDX. Okay, type. We're going to edit that. Edit. Alright, and we're going to do that again. .txt. Good thing DOSKey is loaded. Alright. Give me an example of how it works. Okay. Okay. I think I'm gonna YOLO this. What's this called? SHSUCDX. Okay. Okay, I have a better idea. Edit. What loads MSCDX? Is that auto exec? Yes. Okay. Okay, so we're going to do this. We're going to rem that line, copy it to the end, enter, paste it, and we're going to load high. Oh god, what was that thing called? SH. Wait, it's written on the diskette. That's why I did this. SHSUCDX. Shit, was it insert? Ah! Alright, well, we're going to just take that line out and paste it in again. And make sure that... Okay, good. I don't have insert pressed. S H S U C D X. I think it was .com, wasn't it? Or was it .exe? Okay, I think it was .exe. Okay, exit. Yes. It was .com. Great. Let's go back in there. Restart. If it doesn't work now, whatever. I'm tired. I want to go to bed. But it should work, as far as I remember. It wasn't super hard to configure this. Oh, and I also forgot to take out the Win from the guy. It's going to go into Windows again. And I forgot to test mem off. Okay, you know what? No, let's see what it does. Let's see if it finds the CD-ROM. Okay, so it found that. It let me look again, and it went into Windows. Okay. So we are going to exit out of Windows immediately. Oh, and I found my I just get nice. Okay. I'll get out of here. Edit, auto exec, like that. We are going to rem this. So 1000 go into Windows every time. Edit, config, yes. And we are going to high mem sys. Test. I think it's test mem : off. Okay. And do we have a D? We don't have a D. MT. SHSUCDX. I think I have to do something with this to get it working. I will have to consult the internets, I think. But at the very least, yeah, so I have to call that driver somehow. I'm a little tired right now. I don't care. But it works. I mean, it works with the CD-ROM works. I'm happy it works. Let's just make a quick SSI. Copy, colon, backslash, start, C, colon, backslash, and SSI. Hopefully it's not in a subdirectory. I don't remember. General failure reading drive A. We'll try. There we go. Sometimes you have to push the disk in all the way or else it won't work. Okay, well, I'm going to wrap this up. So what remains to be done here is figure out the CD-ROM driver. Not a problem. We've got a beautiful handling mouse here. And install this wonderful sound card. And that is it. Once I put that in, I clean the case up, and we're ready to get this one out of here too. Let's run some benchmarks for shits and giggles. A little bit slower than a benchmark to the 86, whatever this benchmark is, because it has no cache. Remember, this is a very, very basic system. There's no cache RAM in it at all. So, well, there's whatever 8K here. I wonder how hot that shit is getting. It's just giant radiator is doing it pretty good. I mean, I can keep my finger there, but I can definitely feel it warming up. So, you know what? Because this is such an enclosed space, I don't know. Should I put a fan on it? I'm running out of fans. You know what? Maybe I will. But that is a bit hot, and I'm not really doing anything with it right now. So I just wanted to show you this. Look at the speed at which this ejects at. Yes, I'm wearing sandals. Killed me. I'm at home. Check this out. Bam! Like, what is that? Like, that's pretty quick. I mean, opening. I don't even know the speed of it. Oh, actually, we can determine that by the use of the other disk that I have here, hardware info. Yes, I'd like to quit. And let's make another directory. Put all my diskettes away. Yeah, so this is like, this came out okay, actually. This came out all right. I'd love to have this kind of set up in like 93, 94. Hell, 93, 94, I'd take the original SX33. That was pretty good. I mean, the Pentium 60 came out of that year. I mean, yeah, the 33 was a generation behind without a floating point unit, but damn, I had a 386 SX20. This would have killed it. Plus it have a sound card. Plus it have a giant hard drive. Yeah, so yeah, it's a neat little system. Neat little system. I like it. And we're about to find out a little bit more about it. But I'm going to eat an apple and go to bed. Nope, I don't need to go to hardware info. Hardware info. I will not like the MM386. Will it crash? Okay, let's see. I just want to know one thing. Tell me more. Unknown mainboard model. Yeah, so 8K is like level 1 cache. Machine type compact 286 386. Okay, so the BIOS says okay, so it's the ROM BIOS date 94. 94, an SX33. This probably didn't go for that much money. 94. This probably would have been like $2,000 system in its original configuration. Just the system. The monitor and all that good stuff probably would have been a little more. But no sound card, 4 megs of RAM. The real reason I came here is to find out about my peripherals. Okay, no, that wasn't it. And I think it crashes here if you have the 8-bit thing running or whatever. Yep, it crashed. And there's no. Drive info. That's it. Give me a tappy. 24 times CD-ROM. Okay, so the CD-ROM is a bit quick for the system. Not that it matters, but yeah, 128K buffer. That's awesome. Let's check out this drive. 120K byte buffer on the kilobyte buffer on the hard drive. It's a good Seagate drive, not making any noises. Okay, I mean, I'm going to round it up for today. Do widzenia, dobranoc. And, actually, I noticed another thing here. It is really a basic system because you can put 3 cards in here, but you could theoretically put 2 cards in there. There are 2 block-off plates, but there are no soldered-on edge connectors for the ISA slots. Yeah, basic system. Anyways, love it, though. Dobranoc, do widzenia. I'll see you on the next one. That'll probably be me and Gen Z again building a couple 386s, which I'm excited to do. Good night.